Anthony. Oh, let me turn that down. You got a bit of a throat today. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Hello, good afternoon. Tuesday, 16th of July, 2019, and live till 5. It's The Big Show. It's Steve right in the afternoon. Hello.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
She's so very nice. You should break the ice. Let her know that she's on your mind. What you trying to hide when you know inside she's the best thing you'll ever find. Oh, can't you see it? Don't you think she's feeling the same? Oh, I guarantee it. She's the one who's calling your name. You should hear how she talks about you. You should hear what she said. She said she would be lost without you. She's half out of her head. Out of her head. You should hear how she talks about you. She just can't get enough. She said she would be lost without you. She's really in love. She's in love with you, boy. I ain't telling tales anybody else could repeat the things that I've heard. She's been talking sweet and it's on the street. How the girl's been spreading the word. Oh, you should hurry. You should let her know how you feel. Oh, now don't you worry if you're scared her love is for real. You should hear how she talks about you. You should hear what she said. She said she was lost without you. She's half out of her head. Out of her head. You should hear how she talks about you. She is really in love. She is really in love. You should hurry. You should let her know how you feel. Now don't you worry if you're scared her love is for real.
All together, you should hear how she talks about you.
You should hear what she said. She said she was lost without you. She's half out of her head. Out of her head. You should hear how she talks about you.
I was just thinking, where's my pen? You ever do this? And then you find it's behind your ear, where you left it. There's Melissa Manchester. You should hear how she talks about you. Tuesday afternoon then. How you doing? It's only me with my crew. We're here till 5 then.
You should hear how she talks about you. You should hear what she said. She said she would be lost without you. She's half out of her head.
Well, hands up for Apollo 11 lifting off to the moon 50 years ago today. We are go for that. Hands up for going vegan. Really? And hands up for breaking up from school or university. And hands up for Last Shadow Puppets. just love that so much. Last Shadow Puppets, Aviation. You can email us, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. I love this riff! So we got warm with the best of the sunshine across southern England today. Some showers over Northern Ireland and Scotland. High temperature 26. That's in London. Tonight, some rain for Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. Dry for the rest of the UK. That's tonight. Tomorrow, cloudy but staying warm. Rain for most places by the end of the day. That's tomorrow, Wednesday. Lights on sunset tonight. Edinburgh 9:48. In Belfast, it's 9:50. In Cardiff, 9:23. London, 9:11.
Chris.
But back in the second, we saw this skin, fresh for no reason. Boys are loading their arms, girl gasp with envy. And they mimicking endlessly. Same as sadness in small lumps on my jaw. For lusting after is the usual friction. May your girl come, birdie die under the spell. Fingers and listen, come touch your girl then, girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Do shit, yeah. Yes sir, I am wait for I happened and my fame in the lake. Let's see now how fast you're breathing in, how long this will take. Those who used to pass by me feel they are baffling a liar. What is you? You didn't even taste much better. Came back steaming in sweats in the morning. I muscling for I wanted to hold him. Then traveled to let those bird dogs rage through. What is me? What is you? What is you now? Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover. Girlfriend. Don't feel like a girlfriend, but lover. Damn it, be your lover.
Chris, I don't know why you're tripping.
Touché, 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 touché. Touché, 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 touché. Touché, 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 touché.
You got to keep on rolling, girl. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
Touché, 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 touché.
That is Christine and the Queen's Girlfriend. 2:16 in Great Britain. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon. If you need a shout out, you know what to do.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
On a Saturday night in the summer, sundown and they all come out. Lamborghinis and they rented Hummers. The party's on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Me in the middle with the one I loving. We're just trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in well, 'cause we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, you look stunning, dear, so don't ask that question here. that we become. Beautiful people, top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people, champagne and roll up nose, prenups and broken homes, surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. I lay true for hours last night and we made it nowhere. I see stars in your eyes when we're halfway there. Oh, now I'm not fazed by all the lights and flashy cameras. Cause with my arms around you, there's no need to care. Don't fit in well. We are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation here. You look stunning, please. Don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion shows. What you do and who'd you know? Inside the world of beautiful people, champagne and roll up nose, prenups and broken homes, surrounded but still alone. Let's leave the party. That's not who we are. We are not.
Ed Sheeran, Khalid and Beautiful People. Roads is a little bit cloudy this afternoon and 28 if you're going there. Mallorca is clear, sunny and up in the low 30s. Yeah, Tenerife, sunny spells and gentle breeze, 27. Alicante is sunny and 30. And Dubrovnik, any cloud will clear away to leave a warm and sunny afternoon, 28 Celsius in Dubrovnik.
Today's big question on the show is, could DJ Spoonie get together with Forky from Toy Story 4? If you think that's a partnership made in heaven, make contact at Don't Try to Look Like Monty Don. There's only one of him, youplank.com. Let's all buy half-price curtains before Bank Holiday Monday.co.uk. At least the food's good, even if the clothes are rubbish. /call me.
Zara Larson. All the time.
Summertime and I'm caught in the feeling. Getting high and I'm up on the ceiling. I don't know what you're doing in New York. All I know is you ain't on my bedroom floor. I'm seeing you undressed in my room, but it's just a memory, a fantasy. Are you in your house? Are you going out? Are you going crazy like me? From the breaking of the day to the middle of the night, I try to forget about you, baby, and I die when I think of you with someone else, and I don't know why. I don't know why you're dancing in my mind. From the breaking of the day to the middle of the night, all the time. From the breaking of the day to the middle of the night, all the time. Everyone's been wearing
I know. Zara Larsson, all the time. If you need a shout out, you can email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2.
Steve, you moron, this is Trump. The other evening I wanted to attend the open-air theatre, but I couldn't find it. It's in the open air. Go figure. That's it, moron.
Prepare to be flabbergasted. The sparkly sound of tea times, weeknights from 5. Now then, things that make you go, ooh, make your toes curl. Alan says people who put the milk in before removing the tea bag. Sheena, I don't know you call it, forks stuck together in the cutlery drawer. My son thought it'd be amusing to fill my bed with all the forks from the cutlery drawer stuck together whilst I was on holiday. Came home to discover this nightmare.
Sarah Cox.
I'm going to have to get someone to professionally come and uncurl my toes.
Tonight from 5
on BBC Radio 2.
Thanks, Sarah. Today we got Hans Zimmer, award-winning composer of movie music, including the scores for the original and the brand new Lion King movie. There's Ronnie Ancona and Lewis MacLeod, top impressionists and actors, talking about their Edinburgh Fringe show, Just Checking In. There's Amanda Abington, top actress, top person, as a guest co-host this week. Janie Lee Grace, Bobby Pryor, Anthony Birchley with the news, Shabnan Eunice Jewell with the sport, and the oldies chosen by Sally Waring from Walton. In Chesterfield.
I watched you walking through the pouring rain, disappearing without looking behind you. And I don't know if I'll see you again. And I know there's no point trying to find you. Sometimes it ain't so easy, that's the truth. I don't wanna move on, you know I'm still here, holding on for you. You know that there'll always be a light on, you know. I'll always leave a light on, you know. And you know I can help you through the thunderstorm. Only we can make it bright, a beacon in the night. You're not alone. I'll leave a light on, leave a light on. I heard that there was someone else. And now you got a ring on your finger, and that you're really happy now. And people say it's time to forget you, just like that's such an easy thing to do. I'm trying to move on, but I can't picture the future without you. You know that there'll always be a light on, you know. I'll always leave a light on, you know. We had so far to fall. Oh yeah. For a
on, Lighthouse Family.
I'll leave a light.
If only Audrey Hepburn were here.
Hello, darlings. Well, I said to Taylor Swift, I adore your makeup and I love the occasional ironic delivery in many of your top 40 hits. But I think you should do something with that lipstick. She looked at me rather strangely and yelled at the top of her voice, "Why don't you get off my lawn?"
Somebody that I don't know, but you're taking shots at me like it's Patron, and I'm just like, damn, it's 7 a.m. Say it in the street, that's a knockout, but you say it in a tweet, that's a cop-out, and I'm just like, hey, are you okay? And I ain't trying to mess with your self-expression, but I've learned a lesson that stressing and obsessing about somebody else is no fun. And snakes and stones never broke my bones, so you need to calm down. You're being too loud, and I'm just like, you need to just stop. But can you just not step on my gown? You need to calm down. Somebody that we don't know, but you're coming at my friends like a missile. Why are you mad when you could be glad? Sunshine on the street at the parade, but you would rather be in the dark age, just making that sign. Must have taken all night. You just need to take several seats and then try to restore the peace and control your urges to scream about all the people you hate. 'Cause shade never made anybody less gay, so you need to calm down. You're being too loud, and I'm just like, you need to just stop. Like, can you just not step on his gown? You need to calm down. And we see you over there on the internet, comparing all the girls who are killing it. But we figured you out, we all know now. We all got crowns, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, you need to calm down. You're being too loud.
Taylor Swift, you need to calm down. It's 2:30 in the UK. This is BBC Radio 2.
You need to calm down. Can you just not step on our gowns? You need to calm down.
It's a great song. Robert Cray, Right Next Door. It's because of me.
I can hear the couple fighting right next door. Their angry words sound clear through these thin walls. Around midnight I heard them shout, unfaithful one. And I knew right then the axe was gonna fall. It's because of me. It's because of me. I heard him shout, who is he? She mumbled low. He said, baby, don't you lie to me no more. And I'm listening through these thin walls, silent shame. As he called out my name, I was right next door. It's because of me. It's because of me. Because of me. It's because of me. Oh, she was right next door, and I'm such a strong persuader. But she was just another notch on my guitar. She's gonna lose the man that really loves her. In the silence I can hear their breaking heart. Oh.
It's because of me. It's because of me. Because of me. Young Bob, oh, she was right next door, and I'm such a strong persuader. But she was just another notch on my guitar. She's gonna lose the man that really loves her. In the silence I can hear their breaking hearts. Oh, she was right next door, and I'm such a strong persuader. Yeah. She was just another notch on my guitar. She's gonna lose the man that really loves her. In the silence I can hear their breaking hearts.
Oh, it's because of me. Yeah, it's because of me. Robert Cray. Hey, Steve, loving the music. On holiday here in Dumfriesshire. Jackie and her son Eddie, dogs Eric and Ella. Hello. Shout out to Macy, I think it is, Noah and Murray in the back of the car, travelling back from sunny Spain to Glasgow. That's Ruth from Glasgow. And Steve, can you say happy anniversary to Tim and Viv heading to Marlow?
You give me butterflies when I'm looking right in your eyes. You always know what I'm thinking. It's like you read my mind. You know just what to say. You say it in every right way. And every time that I'm with you, I'm losing track of time. You make my coffee extra strong. Oh, boy, I like it. You let me sleep a little longer, 'cause I like it. When I hit rock bottom, I don't hide it. 'Cause no one knows me like you do. No one knows me like you. You give me good, good love. You give me good, good love. You give me 24/7. Baby, feel like I'm in heaven, yeah. You give me good, good love. You are my puzzle piece I never thought I'd ever have. You call me beautiful even when I am feeling fat. You always fix the fight. No sleep till you make it right. And when I spin out of control, you put me back on track. You leave the shower running hot just how I like it. And when I lose my key, you always find it. You are my ice cold feet, though you don't like it. 'Cause no one knows me like you do. No one knows me like you. You give me good, good love.
And now can I bring on Amanda Abington? Jamie Lee Grace, and let's have a look at some factoids. And I think we're going to go to Amanda.
Elephants make friends, bury their dead, travel for funerals, speak to each other, and show extreme intelligence.
Oh, they're lovely. When you see elephants on the Attenborough thing, you think, oh, they're just so lovely.
Oh, they're
aren't
so
they?
gorgeous. I was on holiday somewhere and it was right next to an elephant park, so you could kind of swim. And then there's these elephants dancing and everything.
Yeah.
I love them.
And I think they do actually remember you.
Yeah.
From last time.
Probably noticed the swimsuit and everything.
Yeah. Thanks for the bun. What you got?
According to Genesis 1, verses 20 to 22, the chicken came before the egg.
Okay, that's good then. That's settled. Now back to Amanda.
Now, listen, chewing gum stops you from crying while cutting onions.
Does it really?
Apparently.
I never cut onions, though. During the 1908 Olympics in London, the Russians showed up 12 days late due to the fact they were using the Julian calendar instead of the Gregorian calendar.
San Francisco cable cars are the only national monuments that can move.
Is that right? Here's Amanda again.
The word velociraptor comes from the Latin words velox, which means swift, and raptor, which means robber. Literally, speedy robber.
I love it.
Factoids.
All right, let's
get down to it, boppers.
Saturday mornings with Dermot O'Leary.
Yes! So, very exciting news. Join me this Saturday for the first stop of our mini festival season. Ahead of the big festival next month, we first set up camp in the woods at Latitude Festival in a very particular order. I'll be chatting to astronaut Helen Sharman, writer Richie Curtis, the poet laureate Simon Armitage, author and presenter Connie Hucks with us, and comedian Jason Manford, plus live music from Ben Folds. What? And Sally Traffic complaining about the printers.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Sal.
Saturday morning from 8.
Radio. Thanks, Dan. And now here's the Bobster.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the Northern Ireland M1, exit slip road at 6 for Lisbon. There was an accident that partially blocked the exit slip road. That is now clear. Edinburgh M8 on the eastbound side, junction 2 to 1 through to Hermiston Gate. We've got a car on fire there, so one lane is shut. The A96 in the Highlands between Inverness and Nairn, it's been partially blocked both ways. A bus broke down just near to the B9039, so you have to take it in turns to get through. M6 northbound breakdown 13 to 14 at Stafford North. M6 northbound, we've got another breakdown between 6 and 7 at Great Bar, so one lane is shut. A45 east of Northampton, no change. Still closed with this accident between the Great Billing Interchange and the Earls Barton turn-off. Again, you have to take it in turns to get through. And the M11 northbound, just up to the M25, we've got queues. There was an accident just after the junction, but it's clear now. A1, no change, southbound still shut between the Black Cat roundabout and the Sandy roundabout. So the A421 down to the A603, and then to the M4, that breakdown at 14 to 15 through to Swindon East is gone, but it's still slow. Finally, A303 at Chicklade, still partially blocked. Broken down vehicle, Chicklade to Wiley. Another one for you, half now.
Thank you. Here's some bubblegum pop from an era before you were born.
Walking along with my head in the clouds, I don't notice the world that's going by. Thinking of her, feel like singing out loud, and my hopes are as high as the sky. Don't you know she said hello, and after all this time, don't you know she turned to go, and then she changed her mind. At last I heard that little word so unexpectedly. Don't you know she said hello to me? She passed me by with her nose in the air. They all said there was not a chance for me. She's played it cool, but I don't really care, 'cause I'll show them how wrong they can be. Don't you know she said hello, and after all this time, don't you know she turned to go, and then she changed her mind. At last I heard that little word so unexpected.
All right, let's take a look at what's occurring today. It's 50 years since Apollo 11 was launched by a Saturn V rocket from Kennedy Space Center in Florida on the first moon landing mission, with Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins on board. Here we go.
We're now hitting the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes and counting. We are go for Apollo 11. We'll go on an automatic sequence starting at 3 minutes and 7 seconds.
The mission control people always sounded better than even broadcasters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
That's fantastic. And then on the BBC, it was James.
At this moment, Apollo 11 is nearly 35,000 miles out from Earth and heading for the moon at 7,000 miles an hour. Everything about the mission has gone so perfectly that a mid-course correction due early tomorrow morning won't now be necessary. There have been two small errors. They did use a fraction too much fuel in a maneuver just after they left Earth orbit, and the second error was gratifyingly the computer's fault. We now learn that launch this afternoon was 724 milliseconds late. Tomorrow they have a fairly relaxing day ahead of them, with plenty of time to wonder if the Russian Luna 15 has pipped them at the post. Gerald Bankov said that Luna's on a course different from any other Russian moon probe, and one that could well take it to a lunar landing. If it's going to scoop up moon rock, it should be getting down to the digging on the surface sometime tomorrow morning. No mention of all this in conversations between Mission Control at Houston and the Apollo crew. No mention of much other...
That's the brilliant James Burke I was talking about yesterday on the BBC at the time. And he's coming on with us on Friday, James Burke on Friday. And just a reminder that we've got a couple of guests this week talking about the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. The Prof. Brian Cox is on tomorrow. He did that special episode of Stargazing with Dara, which you may have seen last night. And as I say, on Friday, it's James Burke, the main presenter of the BBC's coverage of the moon landing back in 1969, who you heard in that last clip.
And in other space news, the Aerospace Futures Conference has already started at the University of Sydney. The Battery Seminar Conference, which fosters joint development efforts to advance energy storage solutions, is held in Plymouth, Michigan.
That's easy for you to say.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah. Carry on.
The International Casual Furnishings Association show is on in Chicago, and it's the Small Animal Veterinary Association Congress in Toronto. And if you wanted to go...
Yeah, you could go to that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, it's not a small vet, it's a small animal.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, if it's a small vet, that's okay.
Matter.
It doesn't really
You
matter
can have
at all.
tiny vets.
Do you know of any comedians playing anywhere?
I think Jimmy Carr plays St Albans, and then Katie Lang, who's not a comedian, is playing Brighton, and Kiss play Glasgow.
And what about the birthdays, Janie?
Gareth Bale is 30 today.
And who is that?
A top footballer.
Okay, good.
And also Will Ferrell is 52.
Here he is on our show, and here's what he's doing. We made this big Hollywood comedy star talk about EastEnders.
In EastEnders, Karen plans for the children to leave the flat so she can deal with Lloyd, the loan shark, and get the debts sorted once and for all. Right. But she underestimates how ruthless he can be. Woody challenges Whitney about keeping quiet, about filing for divorce from Lee, and with a hungover Moose still at the Vic, the two men soon end up fighting. Lauren works from home to avoid Josh, so he turns up at her house instead.
Did he say a hungover
There's
moose?
a moose?
There's a moose in the hoose.
Yeah, hungover moose.
Scammers are being targeted by a new tool for UK Facebook users that allows reporting of fake adverts. The feature came after Martin Lewis, founder of Money Saving Expert website, sued over his name and photo being used on fake Facebook adverts. And a partial lunar eclipse could be visible from the UK today, 50 years to the day since the US mission to put men on the moon lifted off. Up to 60% of the moon's surface will appear red or dark grey at the height of the eclipse at about 22:30. That's British summertime. That's 10:30 tonight, said the Royal Astronomical Society. Will you be looking at that tonight, both?
Oh, yeah.
I will. I love them.
Amazing, yes, definitely.
Have you ever looked at the stars?
Well,
I've
yes.
looked up.
Yeah.
Apart from the movie stars.
No, I have actually. I've been to one of those observatory type places, and it was really, really cool. There's one in Hertfordshire.
Yeah, right.
Amanda, really,
Yes.
really amazing.
And do you get to see, is it really dense?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you get
lots
to
of-
see through their proper scopes. I don't know if they're
Wow.
telescopes or proper something-scopes, and it's really magical. As long as it's not overcast, of course, there's not much they can do about that.
I was watching a thing last night, funnily enough, talking about the moon landings, about the conspiracy theories that we didn't land on the moon, that they never actually went. And
Imagine trying to do that now with everyone tweeting.
Yeah, exactly.
In a studio
Yeah.
somewhere in the desert.
It's just completely ridiculous. Of course we did. But they were doing quite a lot of stuff about why the flag is too light, as if it's been lit by lights, and also it's stiff. Well, there's no wind up there, is
No
there?
atmosphere.
So it's going to be stiff.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about the shadows. And then they had this guy debunking them. And it was fascinating. But you get these people on, you think, you actually believe that we didn't go to the moon?
I know.
And they do.
It's like the Flat Earth Society.
Yeah. Now you're going to get some tweets, aren't you, Amanda?
But also, do you know there's a Flat Sun Society as well now?
Is there a Flat Sun
People
Society?
think the sun is flat.
And not warm.
It's just really cold.
It's
all a
really
myth.
cold, actually. We got Hans Zimmer on later, award-winning composer of movie music, including the scores for the original and the new Lion King film. Ronnie Ancona and Lewis MacLeod, impressionists and actors, talking about their Edinburgh Fringe show. Just checking in.
I was perched outside in the pouring rain, trying to make myself a sail. Then I'll float to you, my darling, with the evening on my tail. All the the most honest means of travel. It gets me there nonetheless. I'm a heartless man at worst, babe, and a helpless one at best. Darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. No, darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my hug. Oh, I'm often found explaining, but the hurt plays out all the same. And although I'm left defeated, it gets held against my name. I know you got plenty to offer, baby, but I guess I've taken quite enough. While I'm some stain there on your bedsheet, you're my diamond in the rough. Darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy before I go. No, darling, I'll kiss your eyes and lay you down on your rug. Just give me some candy after my hug. I know that the writing's on the wall, but darling, I'll bathe your skin, I'll even wash your clothes. Just give me some candy after my hug. Oh, and I'll be there waiting for you. Know that I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you. Oh, I'll be there waiting for you.
The man tasked with working out how to improve UK railways says a fat controller type figure, independent from government, should be in charge of day-to-day operations. Or maybe it could be Percy. The former boss of British Airways, Keith Williams, said government involvement should be limited to overall policy and budget decisions. But he said the Department of Transport should not manage the system. His review of the railway system will be published in the autumn. Other stuff going on. Want to keep your slim, girlish figure? Well, yes, I do. And how about you two as well?
Are you sure it says, do you want to keep it?
Yes. No. Enjoy some wine.
For goodness
might you see
sake.
how much I perked up then? My
Yeah,
head
I
went,
know.
what?
Look at you.
Don't get me started. Come on.
Well, no, have a listen. Pour a glass of wine with dinner, say researchers. Now, this is not definitive, and they're not doctors, and nor am I. Sipping 1 or 2 glasses of red wine daily, they're saying, raises your metabolism, making you 30% less likely to gain weight. Now, bearing in mind, do consult a medic. Maybe wine could do you some harm. Maybe it could do you some good.
Well, a couple of years ago, I would have jumped on that study and said...
Do you like that was a disclaimer?
I love it. They're so right. That's so fantastic. Alcohol is good for you. Yeah, let's go for it. And now I don't drink anymore, and I think it's absolute nonsense. Just my own view. On account of who has one. Most people don't have one. It's the spectrum, isn't it? There isn't only people who drink too much and then everyone else who's happy and a social drinker. There's an awful lot of people in between who wish they didn't drink as much, and reports like that don't help.
No, that's true.
They so don't help.
No, you're absolutely right, and I agree with that, and I did do the disclaimer. Let's change the subject anyway. Amanda, by the way, in case you're wondering, is our friend and an actress, and you'll know her from all kinds of stuff on TV, Sherlock, Mr. Selfridge, and loads of other stuff. She's recently in this play in Kilburn. What the play is called?
The Sun.
Okay, now it's coming to the West End, right?
Yeah, Duke of York's Theatre.
And I came to see it and paid. And
I should have. I could have got you a ticket.
There's no need for that. So, tell us a bit about it. What's it actually about?
Well, it's the third in a trilogy of plays written by Florian Zeller, who's a French writer. And it's about a broken family and about their son who goes off the rails and hits low points. And it's about them trying to get him back on track. And he suffers from depression, and there's a breakup in the family. And it feels like it's quite a maudlin play, but it's actually not. It's a real kind of roller coaster of emotions, and it's really interesting.
It is very serious, but also, this might sound like a silly thing, it's uplifting in places.
It
isn't
really is. Yeah, it really is. And it just makes you want to hug the people that you love a bit tighter,
Yeah.
which is always a good thing.
I'll tell you what I was thinking last night. I'll ask Amanda how long it takes her to remember a script. Because I came to see it, I'm thinking, I couldn't do this. I couldn't even remember the second line.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to learn?
Well, we had a 4-week rehearsal period. So within that time, you're in the rehearsal room all the time, and you're doing it by rote, and you keep rehearsing. So it goes in. Whereas with television, you have to learn it and then disregard it because you're on to the next thing. So there's a different way of learning stuff. You learn stuff differently for television and film than you do for theatre.
So, Mr. Selfridge, for example, you wouldn't be able to remember any of the script now?
I can't remember any of it now.
You're kidding?
No.
Really?
But I can remember plays I've done 20 years ago, and I still know the monologues that I did.
Oh, and that's why actors like to go back to plays.
Yeah.
Because they know them.
With a play like this, is there quite a lot of almost trauma? Kind of every night you're having to go through something.
I do a lot of crying.
Wow.
And so does Laurie Canaston, who plays our son.
That must be exhausting.
It is, but also Mike Longhurst, who's our director, did beautifully, is that he got a group of people that look after each other, and we have a laugh, and there's no alpha males, there's no kind of egos within the play.
The end of the play, it's really important for you to let go of that energy of that character.
Yeah, with any, I think that's your job. You're just telling stories. So if you take it with you, it becomes therapy, and that's a different thing.
I think it's really difficult to do, though, isn't it, really, to just step in and out of it? But that's the gig, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think you train yourself to do that. You can train yourself to leave it on stage or leave it in the studio and then go home and have a glass of wine or a drink or, whatever.
Just one.
Just one. Very small one.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you what you should drink instead of that? There's a piece here about the wonder of tomatoes.
Tomato? Well, tomato juice is
now
great.
you're talking about healthy drink, although sadly I don't like it much. Do you like it?
Oh, I love tomatoes.
No.
Now you're going to say only with vodka and...
stick of celery.
I only like tomatoes on cheese, cheese on toast.
Well, it says here that they did a study and they said that particularly if you're at risk of cardiovascular disease, drinking tomato juice is really good for you.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to bear that in mind.
Yeah.
The Sun is on from August 24th, I believe, at the Duke of York's, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
That's in London, into the West End. And that's all good. Look, you're on the big show. Hans Zimmer with us later, and Ronnie Ancona and Lewis McLeod.
Gonna get myself connected. I ain't gonna go blind, but the light which is reflected. See through you, see through you, I see through you, I see through you. Your dirty tricks, you make me sick. I see through you, I see through you. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Gotta do right. Son, it ain't right. Gotta do right. Come on. If you make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. But if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall. Stumble you might fall. Stumble you might fall. Ain't gonna go blind, Come on, I'm gonna do it again. Hear me out. Terrified. Son, it ain't right. Here we go. To make sure you're connected.
Connected Stereo MCs.
But if your mind's neglected.
That's such an unusual tune. All right, we're going to break for news now. And when we come back, Sally Waring from Walton in Chesterfield will be picking the non-stop oldies.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. The government's to consider raising the age at which people can play the National Lottery from 16 to 18 because of the risk that teenagers could be drawn into gambling. A consultation exercise will canvass views on changing the age limit for lottery draws and scratch cards. Labour says ministers should press ahead without seeking views. The Culture Minister, Mims Davies, announced the review to MPs.
The age of 18 is widely recognised at an age as one becomes an adult, gaining full citizenship rights and the responsibilities. And at present, all lotteries can be played from 16, one of the very few age limits for gambling under 18 products.
The Scottish Government is calling for politicians in Westminster to do more to tackle the problem of drugs after the number of people who died after taking them in Scotland rose to its highest ever level last year, 1,187. The UK Government is resisting calls for rooms to be set up where users can take drugs under medical supervision. Darren McGarvey is a writer and hip-hop artist who grew up on the south side of Glasgow and won the Orwell Prize with his book about poverty in the city.
We have a social decline, which is characterised by things like the ubiquity of violence, stress on household incomes, lack of access to opportunity, and ultimately chronic stress. So these are the perfect conditions for people to seek some sort of relief to alleviate those feelings.
New figures show the average workers' pay packet grew faster in the year to May than it has in more than a decade. Data from the Office for National Statistics suggested earnings rose by 3.6% compared with the previous year, before taking account of inflation. The unemployment rate remained at a 45-year low of 3.8%. A migrant has been rescued while attempting to swim across the Channel to the UK. He was suffering from hypothermia. 3 boats carrying migrants have also been intercepted. Simon Jones reports from Dover.
A migrant was spotted in the water about 5 miles off Calais at 5:30 this morning. He was wearing flippers and had a float tied to his body. The man was picked up by the French authorities and taken back to Calais, suffering from mild hypothermia. One former Coast Guard described this as a dangerous new development in efforts to cross the Channel illegally. Meanwhile, the Border Force has intercepted 3 small boats carrying migrants off the coast of Kent and Sussex. There were several children on board. They have been brought to Dover for processing.
And the 2 surviving astronauts from the first moon landing, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, are taking part in events to mark the 50th anniversary of the voyage. They've returned to the NASA launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, where the rocket blasted off on the 16th of July, 1969. That's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 3. Our next at 4.
Thank you.
Now, the non-stop oldies, brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress. Now
Tracy Ullman. These are the non-stop oldies. That's chosen by Sally Waring. Hello, Sally. From Walton in Chesterfield. I'm 50 years old, live in Chesterfield with my partner Gareth. I am known for my ability to use 50 words when one will do. Oh, join the club. But it can come in useful when working behind the bar in the micro pub we just acquired with our dear friends Emma and Chris. Oh, micro pub. I'm a real ale enthusiast and I try to balance that with CrossFit and running. Okay. I completed the London Marathon in April and raised money for a small local charity. Having worked in banking for over 25 years, I now work in the finance side of the automotive industry and I love it. I've always loved music and it'd be amazing to hear my oldies played on the show.
Where they turn back time. You go strolling through the crowd like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime. She comes out of the sun in a silk dress, running like a watercolor in the rain. Don't bother asking for explanation, she'll just tell you that she came in the year of the cat. Give you time for questions as she locks up your arm in hers, and you follow to your sense of which direction completely disappears. By the blue tiled walls near the market stalls, there's a hidden door she leads you to. These days, she says, I feel my life just like a river running through the year of the cat.
BBC Radio 2, the non-stop oldies. Gary Moore, Phil Lynott, Parisian Walkways, and Helen Reddy, I Am Woman. Chosen by Sally Waring from Walton on Chesterfield, or in Chesterfield.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend, 'cause I've heard it all before, and I've been down there on the floor. No one's ever gonna keep me down again. Whoa, yes, I'm wise, but it's wisdom on the pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong. I am invincible. I am woman. You can bend but never break me, 'cause it only serves to make me more determined to achieve my final goal. And I come back even stronger, not a novice any longer, 'cause you deepen the conviction in my soul. Oh yes, I am wise, but it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong. I am invincible. I am woman. I am woman, watch me grow, see me standing toe to toe, as I spread my loving arms across the land. But I'm still an embryo, with a long, long way to go, until I'll make my brother understand. Oh yes, I am wise, but it's wisdom born of pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gained. If I have to, I can face anything. I am strong. I am invincible. I am woman.
Sally Waring, you got yourself a badge. These are some great oldies. Helen Reddy, I Am Woman. They're classic. Should you wish to email the programme, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Later we're talking to Hans Zimmer, award-winning composer of movie music, including the new music for the Lion King movie, and Ronnie Ancona and Lewis McLeod in our next half hour. This was a hit that Cliff Richard had with Stock Aitken and Waterman back in the day. Can you tell?
All along the line, I've been true to you, even though for some time I knew we were through. I was feeling the love it ended, can't be mended, but I can't bear to see you cry. The feeling's gone, it's been missing too long, but I just don't have the heart. I just don't have the heart to tell you. It's such a shame that it's ended this way, but I just don't have the heart. I just don't have the heart to tell you. There'll be no goodbye. There are no words to
don't have the heart. It's Cliff Richard. This got to number 3, I'm told, 30 years ago. So that was a bit Stock Aitken and Waterman. And this is a bit William Orbit. This is so good. Barber's Adagio for Strings remix. The Oldies, chosen by Sally Waring from Walton, Chesterfield. This is BBC Radio 2 across the United Kingdom and across the world. BBC station William Orbit, Barber's Adagio for Strings. These are the non-stop oldies on Steve Wright in the afternoon. As chosen by Sally Waring from Walton in Chesterfield. So that's William Orbit, and here's Taylor Dane.
Emotion overload in the heat.
is so 80s. We think January 1988, Taylor Dane, Tell It to My Heart on the non-stop oldies. One more.
The non-stop oldies every day.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I'll love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. Well, I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. And when the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky, I'll make a wish, send it to heaven, then make you want to cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest powers. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. And I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. Oh, can you see it, baby? You don't have to close your eyes, just standing right before you. All that you need will surely I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I'll love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do.
Savage Garden and Truly Madly Deeply. Warm with the best of sunshine across southern England. Some showers over Northern Ireland and Scotland. High temperature 26 in London. Tonight some rain for Northern Ireland and Western Scotland. Dry for the rest of the UK. Sunset tonight 9:48. Edinburgh, Belfast 9:50. Cardiff 9:23. And London 9:11. In the news just ahead of the traffic here, let's have a look and see what's occurring for you. Wage growth in the UK rose to 3.6% in the year to May 2019, the highest growth rate since 2008, according to the ONS today. The FBI in America says it's searching for victims of the so-called con queen of Hollywood, who has been offering bogus entertainment jobs abroad. Perpetrator impersonated the likes of Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, offering fake jobs that often require upfront payments. The age limit for playing the National Lottery could be raised to 18, the government has said today, announcing a consultation on the age limits for all National Lottery games. Culture Minister Mims Davis said there were some of a few ways under 18s were allowed to gamble. And a partial lunar eclipse could be visible from the UK today, 50 years to the day since the US mission to put men on the moon lifted off. Up to 60% of the moon's surface will appear red or dark grey at the height of the eclipse at about 22:30 BST. That's 10:30 tonight, the Royal Astronomical Society has said. All right, 24 minutes to 4, and here's Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the Highlands, to the A96 between Inverness and Nairn. We've got it partially blocked. There's a bus that broke down just near to the B9039. So you have to take it in turns to get through. M8 Edinburgh eastbound, the car fire between 2 and 1 towards Hermiston Gate has gone, and most of the slow traffic has moved through as well. A19, good news at Wolverstone. It has reopened from the A689 through towards the A1027 bypass at the Norton interchange. So that is open but still heavy. M6 northbound 13 to 14 up towards Stafford North. Got a breakdown there as well. So still heavy traffic, but all lanes are open. Same on the M6 junction 6 Spaghetti Junction. We had a broken down vehicle there. That's been cleared, so it's just slow traffic moving through. Now the A46 southbound into Leicester at One Lip, partially blocked. There's an accident on Hobby Horse Island, the A607 on the roundabout, but it's causing mainly a southbound queue. A45 eastbound and east of Northampton is still closed with the accident between the Great Billing interchange and the Earls Barton turnoff. A14, thank you for so many calls, by the way. Eastbound 24 to 25 up towards Hemmingford Abbots. We've got one lane blocked past God Manchester. There's a really big queue behind that, so give yourself time. And the M1 is slow. Northbound 8 for Hemel Hempstead. There was an accident earlier up at junction 9. That cleared, so it's just residual delays, I think, going through. Also, A1 southbound is still completely closed with a burst water main between the Black Cat roundabout, the A421, and the Sandy roundabout with the A603. M25, usual congestion both ways now. 11 Chertsey, 16 for the M40. And at the bottom, clockwise, there's a little slow stretch between 5, the M26, and 6 for Godstone. They've just moved a breakdown. And finally, A303 at Chicklade, still partially blocked by this broken down vehicle between Chicklade and Wiley. So you have to take it in turns. Back with another one for you in about 20 minutes.
Just had a slow stretch myself. Can you give a shout out to Alan, Allison and Neve travelling back to Elgin after seeing Kylie at Edinburgh Castle? She was amazing. Steve, give us a shout out. It's Steve and Heather Parkinson chilling in the garden with a few beers. Cheers, loving the show. Struggling to stay awake. Big thank you from Diane. Oh, okay. Absolutely loving the big show. Can you shout out, please, to Sam, who's busy, ironing for a living?
Hi, Steve. It's Jeremy.
Yes.
Hello. Just to say, I really do love the BBC proms. Here's my list, that's with a Z, see what I did there, of composers I frequently like to attend with a packet of Ravels and a gorgeous glass of Rossini in my best absolute outfit. Shirt, white and starched in Purcell. Making myself busy, perhaps going several nights in a row, but let me just Strauss this. Just in case you think I'm not Rachmaninoff to be Mendelssohn in this kind of music. I'm always right there in plain sight. Never Haydn, ever. So let's get with the proms. Let's go Chopin. Call me.
Playing everywhere. Steve Wright in the afternoon.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleeping. You're on your tippy toes creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you, oh please. I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you're really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
My neck, my wrist is froze. I got more ice than the snow. That guy, don't act like you don't know that guy. So critical. Tattoos on both my sleeves. Yeah, I don't sleep. Please don't wake me. Losing my tie up so I can breathe. It ain't political. Oh no. Yeah, I'm a bad guy, ain't no holding back guy. Come off like a mad guy, always got your back guy. Yeah, I'm the real type, keep you full of thrills tight. Show you what it feels like, got an open invite. I'm the bad guy, whoa.
love it. Billie Eilish, Justin Bieber, Bad Guy. 5 o'clock, Sarah Cox. Sarah gives the listener a Sarah Special Award for recognising awesomeness. Joe Wiley at 7. Jazz Show with Jamie at 9. Trevor Nelson's Rhythm Nation at 10. OJ Borge at midnight. Then Sounds of the 80s with me, Gary Davies.
I don't see what she sees, but maybe it's 'cause I'm wearing your cologne.
Let's go.
That is awesome.
This is Steve Wright in the afternoon.
And now here we are returning for Factoids. Here's Amanda Abington look.
When watermelons are grilled or baked, they lose their granular texture and can be even used as meat substitute, a watermelon steak.
I don't think you get a better phrase than glandular. What was it? I'm not glandular.
Granular.
Granular
texture.
Yeah, I like that. Here's Janie.
There's enough fuel in full jumbo jet tanks to drive an average car 4 times around the world.
And back to you.
A moonbow is a rainbow that happens at night and is produced by moonlight rather than direct sunlight.
Oh, and tonight there is some kind of thing going on.
Some kind of thing. We're going to be mooned up.
The moon, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, what you got?
Dogs tilt their heads when you talk to them because they want you to know that they're listening without actually staring at you, because that would be a sign of aggression. And the tilt might also aid them in seeing us better, because each of their eyes sees half the world with little overlap in the field of vision. So the dog looks at you, tilts, is listening properly.
Well, the HMV thing, you know, I thought he was like listening to something.
Yes, of course, tilting.
Because he's tilting, isn't he? Yeah. Here's Amanda, look.
If you were able to drive your car vertically upwards at 60 miles an hour, it would take you 1 hour to get to outer space.
Yeah, that would make it a rocket.
Factoids.
Join me, Brian May, on a journey into all things 1969.
It was the year the Queen guitarist graduated from university and formed a band that would see him set a course for international fame. Brian looks back at what those 12 months meant to him, from inspirational musical performances to man's first steps on the moon.
I'm going to be sharing my experiences of one unique year.
Brian May's 1969, Saturday night from 9
on BBC Radio 2.
I
McLeod are here. Or is it somebody else I'm thinking?
Yes, actually, Vivian Coleman. Only ever talks in 2 words. Last word, very quick. Don't actually string a sentence together. Makes me very versatile. Play the Queen and Broadchurch. Philip, look after the corgis.
That's awesome. Well, we know Ronnie Ancona and Lewis McLeod mainly for being other people. They're both actors, impressionists and voice artists who've had long associations with other impressionists. Ronnie, of course, with Alistair McGowan on The Big Impression, and Lewis as a member of the Dead Ringers team. We also know him a little bit here. But Ronnie...
I think you do,
Oh, easy. But Ronnie and Lewis have teamed up to perform as spoof power couple Donald and Melania Trump, which they do as a cabaret act and at awards dues and corporate events. So, Ronnie, this is not only them two. There's a concept to this
No.
thing.
What it is it started with the premise that Donald and Melania are taking over the last independent hotel in Scotland. And basically, we play everybody who's ever worked at the hotel, who's ever come into the hotel, all the people that work there, all the guests and everything. And eventually, there's some bizarre mystery where they're trying to stop Donald and Melania buying it, but the characters rise up and take over us. And
That's very well put, yeah. Luckily, we're charting it as the hotel's in decline. Otherwise, the show would be months long if we were to have everybody that's ever visited it. So it's quite concise.
It's mad.
Well, when you say the people that have stayed there, are you talking about well-known people?
Yeah. Orson Welles makes an appearance briefly. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds magical.
Yeah. I know that you've not done Trump much in your life, have you, Lewis?
No, not much. A lot going on just now, folks. Very bad. Don't know what to make of it. Everything's done to cut the nose off to spite my face.
So, is there a story running through it?
Writing a story is really difficult, we've found, especially when we've got to put that one in. We've got to get that voice in and characters as well. And that was one of the things we wanted to set out to do, because we are actors and we wanted to show that we can create characters that have their own backstory. But what's hilarious in this, I think, is that we're creating characters as we go along, so that we've got to engender a story for them.
Yeah.
Like we've got Dennis Lockhart, head of security, and so none of the characters, to keep the logic of it, it's a bit like that film Magic where Anthony Hopkins was a puppeteer. The puppets start arguing with us, they start having their own
And then
life.
we don't know when they've taken us over, and we've got a couple of characters called the box sets who only talk about box sets. They only come out at night.
Have you been watching? There's so many box sets to watch nowadays. Have you seen Fire? Fatality?
Oh, Fatality, I love that one. Have you seen Flame?
Flame's brilliant. It's amazing how they all start with the letter F.
Have you seen that one about the serial killer who only kills other serial killers?
Yes.
It's called Serial Killer Killer.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So we come up with them because that's all that everybody talks about at the moment is box sets, box sets.
They're great characters. And it must be fun, especially for you, Ronnie, to be doing women that we might not know, that you can develop characters right there and then.
Oh, yes, I've got a lovely old woman. You know, one of those women who's done everything. Quite unexpectedly, I became the president of Burkina Faso. But nothing's forever. I was ousted in a military coup.
I love her.
And her ninth husband is...
Her ninth husband is a butler. It's a conflation of many characters I suppose I've met and worked with over the years. But he has a sort of diffidence about him I find quite appealing. And always holding a Kia Royale.
It's comedy, isn't it? And it's satire, and you're in the right place at the right time. And
Yes, I mean, we try to steer away from politics per se, but Donald Melania, I mean, it's...
it's difficult.
We're actually doing Donald and Melania as children.
We've
in
got
it
the
as
same
well.
birthday. We're both July the 4th.
Is that right?
It gets weirder
What are the chances?
and weirder.
It's really weird.
To Melania, I love you, Melania.
Well,
It's so great to be here with my beautiful wife, Melania.
Yes, it's so great to be here with me. It's great to be here.
Does Farage make a little...
No, he's not going to be there because actually there's so much going on at the moment. No, mine's a large one. Yes, I'm drinking and yes, I'm bragging. The thing is...
What about Jennifer Saunders? Is she around any...
Just a little bit, not really. To do her, she's quite old. And then we've got sort of people like Shirley Ballas, and I love that arm. You've got to extend that arm. I don't know why, but just extend it. We've got all sorts of people and lots of mad characters, and then us as him and me all the way through. If that wasn't enough.
You can see Ronnie Ancona and Lewis McLeod in Just Checking In at the Gilded Balloon at the Museum at the Edinburgh Fringe. The show's on Wednesday, July 31st through until Saturday, August 17th, every night from 9 p.m. And yes, it was Ronnie Ancona and Lewis McLeod, everybody!
Come on and hold me, just like you told me. Then show me what I want to know. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Tease me. Why don't you please me? Then show me what you came here for. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Into the night, baby. Make it tonight. I caught you glancing my way, and I know what you're after. Chances tonight. Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away? Why don't we steal away into the night? I know it ain't right. Into the night. I know it ain't right. Why don't we steal away? No, it ain't right. Into the night, baby.
Robbie Dupree and Steal Away. That was great. Thank you, Ronnie and Lewis. Can you say something or play something even for Mark in Plymouth who's suffering in the heat, working on a roof? Thank you very much, Steve. Steve, loving the show and the sunshine sounds are great. We're driving from Kent to Cornwall to see our daughter Emily graduate from uni tomorrow. A great achievement, and we're really proud. That's Martin, Sharon and Bex. And this is Bobby.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, A1M northbound at Bertley, partially blocked at 64 for Washington. Just near to the services, there's an accident. So at the moment you can get through, but big queues already. A46 at One Lip southbound into Leicester, still partially blocked by this accident at the A607, the Hobby Horse Island. A45 eastbound and east of Northampton, still closed between the Great Billing Interchange and the Earls Barton turn-off following that earlier accident today. And to the M6. Now, northbound still heavy, 13 to 14 at Stafford North following the earlier breakdown. Also, we've got problems on the A14 eastbound accident, 24 to 25 at Hemmingford Abbots. Got one lane shut, causing queues. A1 southbound still closed between the A421, the Black Cat roundabout, and the A603 Sandy roundabout. So that's causing queues. You've got a big sign diversion there. But on the M1 northbound at 15 for Northampton, just got news coming in. Broken down lorry. It looks like at least one lane shut there. M25 across the top, clockwise, 25 for Enfield. There's a breakdown just after the junction. The queues are already past, 24 for Potter's Bar. And then to the M23 finally, northbound, accident between 9 Gatwick Airport and 8 for the M25. One lane is closed, 2 mile queue behind it. Another one for you, 30 minutes.
Appreciate your time.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love.
This one goes out to the one I love. Beautiful REM. It's summer 2019. This is BBC Radio 2 in the United Kingdom. Tuesday afternoon in the Showbiz Cuts. Spider-Man, Tom Holland, and Jake and Sam too. There's Hans Zimmerman, Music Man from New Lion King. Factoids, The Socials, and Janie, and Amanda, and Bobby, and Anthony, and Shabnam, and more.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Great
In the United Kingdom, across the planet, this is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app on digital radio, 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. An inquest jury has found that the three men who carried out the London Bridge attack in June 2017 were lawfully killed by armed police. Quram Butt, Rashid Redouan and Yusuf Zagba had killed 8 people and injured 48 others before they were shot dead. Our reporter at the Old Bailey, Daniela Ralph, says the jury's verdicts are significant.
Although the judge did direct them that was the only option, the jury had no other choice other than lawful killing. What they are saying there is that on that dreadful night in June 2017, they believe the firearms officers who shot the 3 attackers dead used lawful force, that they were killed in self-defence to protect the police officers, but also to protect the wider members of the public who were at risk that night, and that the force used was appropriate.
People under 18 could be banned from playing the National Lottery. The government's launching a consultation on whether to increase the current age limit from 16. Scottish politicians are calling for urgent reforms to drugs policy after new figures showed that there's been a 27% increase in drugs deaths in the country. Almost 1,200 people died last year, a figure which Scotland's Public Health Minister described as shocking. Austin Smith from the campaign group The Scottish Drugs Forum says there's been a consistent failure to deal with long-term heroin use.
They're a mature group of people who have been frankly ill-served by services and by wider society in Scotland over a long period of time. And one of the issues we face is the quality of treatment, the engagement with treatment, which is significantly less than the rest of the UK. But here we only have around 40% of people who could benefit from treatment in treatment at any one time.
Donald Trump has responded to criticism of his comments about 4 congresswomen by insisting that what he said was not racist. Mr. Trump has suggested the 4 US citizens should go back to the country they came from. Writing on Twitter, he said, "I don't have a racist bone in my body." A French cabinet minister has resigned in connection with allegations of lavish spending. François de Rugy, the Minister for Ecological Transition, is accused of spending large amounts of taxpayers' money on gala dinners and refurbishing his apartment. He denies the claims. In America, a series of events are taking place to mark exactly 50 years since the first manned mission to the moon was launched. Celebrations are centering on Kennedy Space Center at Cape Canaveral, from where the vast Saturn V rocket blasted off in 1969. John Logston, a space policy expert, watched the launch and described what it was like.
It was a remarkable experience to see this immense rocket go off in front of you. The sheer power, the low-frequency vibrations you could feel going through your body, the noise was kind of overwhelming, and you knew it was history. You know it was something that people would remember basically forever in recorded history, so it was unforgettable.
As the BBC News at 3 minutes past 4 on Extra 5.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Here's Shabnam Yunus-Jewel.
Thank you, Steve. We'll start with golf. And Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy says it would be hard not to burst into tears if he won the Open Championship on home soil at Royal Portrush. The 2014 Claret Jug winner shot a record 61 on the course as a 16-year-old, while 3-time champion Tiger Woods has admitted he's not as sharp as he'd like to be for this year's tournament starting on Thursday. He's only played 3 tournaments since winning the Masters in April. West Ham are close to signing Eintracht Frankfurt striker Sebastian Haller in a club record transfer worth up to £45 million. He's travelling to London for a medical, while Premier League newcomers Sheffield United have signed former Manchester United midfielder Ravel Morrison on a 1-year deal. At the Netball World Cup, Northern Ireland are playing 4-time world champions New Zealand, and they're getting thrashed at 61-17 by New Zealand. In cricket, Kirsty Gordon and Catherine Brunt have been named in England's squad for the one-off Women's Ashes Test in Taunton on Thursday. The hosts' hopes of winning the multi-format series against Australia are all but over after losing the 3 one-day internationals.
Thank you.
uplands. Stay on the left side of the white lines. The campsite over Christmas. I still dream of Memphis. 'Cause I look in the mirror and it froze by question, and I whisper words that beg an answer. I've got a blue world and I see a blue sky. I got the blue ocean.
Fergus sings the blues, Deacon Blue. And this is Everything But the Girl, Missing remix.
I step off the train. I'm walking down your street again and past your door, but you don't live there anymore. It's years since you've been there, and now you disappeared somewhere. I got a space, found some better place, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss the rain, and I miss you. Oh, like the deserts miss the rain. And could you be there? You always were 2 steps ahead of everyone. Walk behind while you would run. I look up at your house, and I can almost hear you shout down to me where I always used to be, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss the rain, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss the rain. Back on the train. That's why did I come again? Can I confess? I've been hanging around your old address. Years have proved too often nothing since you moved. You're long gone, but I can't move on, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss the rain, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss, and I miss you. I step off the train. I'm walking down your street again, past your door. I guess you don't live there anymore. It's years since you've been there, and now you've disappeared somewhere. I got a space. You found some better place, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss the rain, and I miss you. Yeah. Like the deserts miss, and I miss you, and I miss you. Like the deserts miss the rain, and I miss you. Yeah. Like the deserts miss the rain, deserts miss the rain. Like the deserts miss the rain, like the deserts miss.
That's what we call on this show a George Oldie. Everything But the Girl, Missing remix. You can email us steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. The BBC's reporting that scenes for the new James Bond movie are being filmed in the Scottish Highlands. The personal life of David Copperfield, Armando Iannucci's adaptation of the Charles Dickens novel, will open the 2019 London Film Festival. The cast includes Dev Patel, Benedict Wong, Peter Capaldi and Tilda Swinton. All great people. It'll have its European premiere at the festival on the 2nd of October this year. Apollo 15, of course, Apollo 50 is trending on Twitter. Chris tweets, it's been 50 years since Apollo 11 launched and set off on one of, if not the greatest endeavour mankind has ever been on. Tim Peake tweets, yes, on this day, 1969, the crew of Apollo 11 embarked on humanity's most audacious mission, one that would become our greatest achievement. That's Tim Peake. And Grace tweets, hashtag Apollo 50, how amazing. I remember watching it live when I was 10 years old. Elvis Presley is trending on Google following the announcement that Austin Butler will play him in Baz Luhrmann's upcoming biopic. And the Spider-Man Far From Home movie is the UK's #1 film for the second week. It's Jake Gyllenhaal's first role in the Marvel Universe. He's supervillain Quentin Beck, and Jake had no idea what he was getting into.
I didn't realize how big this movie was going to be until I came on set the first day. Yeah, I was intimidated by it, and I was also excited by it, but I was also surrounded by a group of people who were very loving and inclusive and allowed me to sort of slowly warm up into the process.
Yeah, there's Jake, and Tom Holland, a.k.a. Spider-Man, of course, says that director John Watts has done a great job.
It's an incredibly diverse cast, and he's representing a whole load of people. And by going to these different places, we're representing different countries. We're representing Italy and Czech Republic and England, which for me, being able to represent my own city is a real honour.
And Samuel L. Jackson is back as Nick Fury, and he says Tom is the key to the film's success.
Tom, the infectious kid that, so much energy and such a big personality, and it, makes working with him so easy. And you remember what being a teenager is, watching him, because you can genuinely feel it, and you can feel his angst when there's angst, and you can feel his kind of enthusiasm when he's excited about doing something, and all this stuff translates to an audience very well.
Brilliant, Sam Jackson. All right, 4:15 at Radio 2. There's Ides of March now and Vehicle.
Stranger in the black sedan, I want you hop inside my car. I got pictures, got candy, I'm a lovable man, and I can take you to the nearest star. I'm your vehicle, baby, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. I'm your vehicle, woman, by now I'm sure you know that I love you, I need you, I want you, got to have you trying. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. And you know I love you. Oh, you know I heaven, you know I love you. And I'm your vehicle. in heaven, you know I love you.
Toot toot, the gang's all back together. The boys are back in town and we're off.
Weekdays from 6:30.
We love something smooth, Italian and aromatic. Jack Savaretti!
I'm excited to be here. We listen to you every morning.
Richie and Mike both at Wimbledon yesterday.
It was my debut on centre court.
Well, you must have been very nervous.
I
A lot of
was.
training gone into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A few lunges, a few stretches.
Our guest today, Davina McCall.
I just smile at everybody. I'm like, all right. And they're like, oh my gosh, she's mad. The Zoe Ball Breakfast Show. Weekdays from 6:30 on BBC Radio 2.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
And now we're back for some more factoids. Here's Janie Lee Grace.
The world's termites outweigh humans 10-1.
Have you ever seen a bunch of termites together?
What, like kind of having a party?
Yeah, having a barbecue.
Handbag of termites, is that the name of it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Just a bag of termites. And in America, they have the Terminix or whatever they're called. They come round and they kill them for you.
Nice.
Yeah, because termites, apparently, my friend in America says, can eat away at your house utterly and completely.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Over time.
Yeah.
You know, house gone.
Crazy fools.
Yeah, it's crazy. What do you got over there?
There are 100,000 chemical reactions in the human brain every second.
And more, obviously, with Janie.
A 10-year-old mattress weighs double what it did when it was new due to the debris that it absorbs over time. I'm not even going to go into details
I know
of
you're
the
not.
debris.
Okay. All right, whose hearts beat faster, would you say, Amanda?
Women's. Oh, sorry.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking our guest presenter.
Am I right, though? I bet I am.
Well,
must be.
Let's see what Amanda says.
Ladies.
You're both correct.
Factoids.
I was lost in thought when it all began. I was in my zone, busy making plans. I was minding my own, you were walking past, only a moment, but there was something. Didn't know what I was feeling, but the adrenaline just rushed through my veins. The message and the meaning, when you hear two hearts are beating the same. When you know what love is, when you know what love is, you can't afford to let go. Oh, when you know what love is, when you know what love is, it's way out of your control. When you know what love is, when you know what love is, when you know what love is, you can't afford to let go. Oh, yeah, I looked before, but I was far too scared. But I found my feet on the ground right there. It's like you looked inside my head, knew all my past regrets, gave me a healing, some kind of freedom. Didn't know what I was feeling, but the adrenaline just rushed through my veins. The message and the meaning, when you hear two hearts are beating the same. When you know what love is, when you know what love is, you can't afford to let go. Oh, when you know what love is, when you know what love is, it's way out of your control. When you know what love is, when you know what love is, when you know what love is, you can't afford to let go. Oh, I was in the dark, I was in my own way.
Craig David, when you know what love is. Sarah's, of course, on the air at 5. Joe Wiley at 7. And the Jazz Show tonight with Jamie Cullum. Jamie celebrates the 65th anniversary of the Newport Jazz Festival with live music from Dave Brubeck and Wynton Marsalis recorded at Newport in 2010. And he'll be playing a classic live track from Nina Simone recorded at Newport 1960. She was awesome. It's Trev at 10, OJ Borg at 12, Sounds of the 80s, Gary Davis. Gary marks legendary producer Trevor Horn's 70th birthday with a special master mix, 3 a.m. tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah, and now it's 4:23.
Steve Wright in the afternoon, BBC Radio 2.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
The Big Show.
All right, we've got some more news, some bits and bobs we didn't do earlier. Amanda is here, and so is Janie. What's the most romantic thing you can do with your partner? What is the answer to that question, Amanda Abington? The most romantic thing. Yeah.
Is it just like a little cuddle?
Well, I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh, it's a little cuddle.
I think it'd be a moonlight walk on the beach, preferably Cornwall.
Oh,
Really?
you've trumped it completely.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, it says here, researchers from, I've not heard of this university, Bowling Green University, says, is that a real university? Says the number one pick for both sexes was walks together.
Oh, there you go. You're right, Jane. That's great.
Kissing and candlelit dinners also made it into both men and women's top 4. And candlelit, see, I don't really like candles at all.
Fire hazard.
No, seriously, yeah. I mean, I've got the electronic ones.
Yeah, the little ones that switch on, yeah.
Not quite so romantic, though,
It doesn't
somehow.
matter, though, but they're efficient.
It flickers. You put that in the bath, that's okay. It's not dangerous at all.
I don't think you meant to float them.
No, but listen, I mean, I know this is a cliche, but I don't know many men that have a bath and have candles around the bath, but women do.
Yeah, well, yeah, they do. Yeah, and make it a nice natural one, like a soy wax one or a beeswax one.
Soy wax? What, you eat it after?
No, but you don't want the petroleum ones. You want, it's a nice natural candle if you're going to do it at all.
All right. Just before we do the BBC Sounds thing, do you want to do some anniversaries? Are you any good at that?
Yeah, go on.
All right, let's have a look. Barbara Stanek, 1907 American actress whose long list of films include The Bitter Tea of General Yen. Don't remember that. Stella Dallas, A Double Indemnity. Now, that was a film. That was a tense film. Fred McMurray? Yeah, I think so. And Executive Suite. Ginger Rogers, Amanda.
She was a fabulous dancer with Fred Astaire.
Yeah. American actress and dancer who partnered Fred Astaire in 10 musicals. And is she still around? I think
She did that.
No, she's not around anymore.
There was that great quote of she did everything that Fred Astaire did, but backwards and in heels.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I was watching a Fred Astaire thing the other day, and you think, this is the greatest dancer ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Totally.
Yeah,
awesome.
so beautiful.
All right, let's have a look. Who was Anne of Cleves?
4th wife of Henry VIII.
Correct, yeah. 1557, that's not the time she was born.
It might have been.
It was just before 4 o'clock. Death of Anne of Cleves, you're right, 4th wife of Henry VIII of England. And it was this day, 2007, Rod Stewart married girlfriend, and you have to fill in the name, on the Italian Riviera just outside the resort of Portofino, which is beautiful. The 62-year-old singer, this is 2007, was previously married to models Alana Hamilton and Rachel Hunter, and has had 7 children by 3 women. That's Rod Stewart. So his wife's name is?
Not Brett Eklund.
No. How can it be Brett Eklund?
He did marry her.
He did, I think.
No, it doesn't say. Was he married to her?
Yeah.
Rod's listening to this thinking, come on, Wrighty, you plank. Stop doing all that. She's called Penny Lancaster.
Oh, the current. Sorry,
Yeah.
you threw me because you were talking. I know he's had more than one wife. I think that's well documented.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of one of the others. Of course, we all know who Penny Lancaster is. She's amazing.
Yeah. As you're a proper actress, can you pick up the BBC Sounds read for me there, Amanda?
Sure.
Starts, it's 50 years today.
Sure.
Go on then.
It's 50 years today.
That was good.
Since Apollo 11 took off on the way to the moon. And right now on the BBC Sounds app, you can listen to the BBC World Service podcast, 13 Minutes to the Moon, which tells the story of how the first moon landing was saved and the people who made the Apollo 11 mission happen. It's got music by Hans Zimmer, and in this episode, they are 5.5 minutes away from the moon, but the fuel is running out. Flight controller Bob Carlton says that wasn't supposed to happen.
Before we ever made the mission, we did simulation after simulation and analysis after analysis, and they sized those tanks to have a margin left. When you landed, you had to have a good bit of gas left in the tanks. You didn't want to run out of gas, in other words, before you landed. And before we run this mission, all of those analysis and simulation said that we'll have a goodly margin of gas left in the bottom of the tank.
Wow. And Janie?
The 2019 Netball World Cup is on in Liverpool, and you can get the Netballers podcast on BBC Sounds. It's presented by Betty Glover, who sometimes does the sport on Sarah's show and this show, along with England players Sasha and Kadeen Corbin. In the latest episode, Betty's talking to England shooter Rachel Dunn about their games so far.
BBC Sounds.
We're building, which is what we want to do. So, yeah, really happy with how we started.
And is it fair to say that you haven't really been tested yet?
We've had some convincing wins, so I have to say it hasn't really been goal for goal, but we're kind of looking at, not really looking at the scoreline, we're kind of looking at our own performance at the moment and seeing combos building, what we're doing well, looking at the different styles, which is good. Looking ahead, so we are taking things from the game. We've got the idea of what the crowd's going to be like now, we've put ourselves under pressure, and now it's, we're waiting for that big performance.
Yeah, and you can get both of those on the BBC Sounds app. Download, stream, and find loads more on bbc.co.uk/sounds.
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that your tie's too wide? Maybe I should buy some old tab collars. Welcome back to the age of jive. Where have you been hiding out lately, honey? You can't dress trashy till you spend a lot of money. Everybody's talking about the new sound, funny, but it's still rock and roll to me. What's the matter with the car I'm driving? Can't you tell that it's out of style? Should I get a set of white wall tires? Are you gonna cruise a miracle mile? Nowadays you can't be too sentimental. Your best bet's a true baby blue Continental. Hot funk, cool punk, even if it's old junk, it's still rock and roll to me. Oh, it doesn't matter what they say in the papers, 'cause it's always been the same old scene. There's a new rain in town, but you can't get the sound from a story in a magazine aimed at your average teen. How about a pair of pink sidewinders and a bright orange pair of pants? Well, you could really be a Bo Brummel, baby, if you just give it half a chance. Don't waste your money on a new set of speakers. You get more mileage from a cheap pair of sneakers. Next phase, new wave, dance crazy. Anyways, it's still rock and roll to me. What's the matter with the crowd I'm seeing? Don't you know that they're out of touch? Well, should I try to be a straight-A student? If you are, then you think too much. Don't you know about the new fashion, honey? All you need are looks and a whole lot of money. It's the next phase, new wave, dance crazy. Anyways, it's still rock and roll to me. Everybody's talking about the new sound, funny,
But it's still rock and roll to me. Billy Joel, and it's still rock and roll to me on Radio 2. And here is the Bobster.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the Highlands, the A96 between Inverness and Nairn, all reopened following that earlier accident. M90, though, junction 2, Petrevia to 3 for Hull Beach. We've got it partially blocked. There's just been an accident towards the A92, so at the moment you can get past northbound, but it is slow. A1M northbound at Birtley, still partially blocked to 64 for Washington. It's just near the services of this accident, a couple of miles of queues behind it. A46 at Wanlip southbound, we've still got it partially blocked by this overturned trailer at Hobby Horse Island. Then the A45 eastbound and east of Northampton is still closed with the accident between the Great Billing Interchange and the Earls Barton turn-off. A14 eastbound bump 24 to 25 has been moved, but it's still really heavy. M1 northbound at 15 Northampton, that breakdown's now gone, but it's still slow. And to the A1, just a reminder, Burst Watermain has closed the A1 southbound between the A421 Black Cat roundabout and the A603 Sandy roundabout. There is a signed diversion. And then to the M25, clockwise still slow across the top top. Queuing from 23 to 25 following a breakdown that's moved. Blackwall Tunnel northbound. They've just closed it to move a breakdown. Hopefully it shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. And then the M23 northbound. 9 Gatwick Airport, 8 for the M25. We've still got slow traffic following the earlier bump. And finally, M5 northbound. 5 Droitwich, 4A the M42. There's a breakdown, so traffic is slow. Another one for you, 25 minutes.
Thank you. Musical genius composer Hans Zimmer with us soon.
Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I've got the fastest set of wheels in town. When something comes up to me, he don't even try. 'Cause if he had a set of wings, man, I know she could fly. She's my little blue scoop. You don't know what I got. Just a little disc coupe with a flathead wheel. But she'll walk a thunderbird like she's standing still. She's boarded in her lead and she's stroking board. She'll do 140 in the top end floor. She's my little disc coupe. You don't know what I got. She's got a competition clutch with the 4 on the floor. And she purrs like a kitten till the lake pipes roar. And if that ain't enough to make you flip your lid, there's one more thing, I got the pink slip daddy. And coming off the line when the light turns green, well, she blows them out of the water like you never seen. I get pushed out of shape and it's hard to steer when I get rubber in all 4 gears. She's my little blue scoop. You don't know what I got.
Beach Boys, Steve, can you give a shout out to my mum and I returning from Italy by car, listening with our 4 dogs here? Thank you from Robin, huge fan of the show, thank you. And can I have a shout out for Dave's big birthday, all right, Dave, from Matt the Rat and Ben the Wren. Afternoon, Steve, loving the show. Leanne and Sean just hitting Devon border from Manchester. It's a long drive. Loving the tunes this afternoon, says this, like every afternoon. Can you give a shout out to George, who's busy doing deliveries with his dad in the big black Volvo kind? Regards from Carla.
Under scoreboard pressure, little bounce out, then a pass.
Netball is a game of 3 seconds. 3 seconds is all you have to grip, land, and breathe. Drown out the noise, read the court, and react. No turning back now. 91 muscles better do what they're told.
The ball goes into the hand of the goal attack. She has a shot at goal, and then she's got it. She's got it.
Change the game. The Netball World Cup, live on BBC Two and BBC iPlayer.
Walking on the slide.
Aretha, who's zooming who? That's zooming with no G, by the way. It's true. She started that. Oh, Aretha, we love you, we miss you. Got 22 to 5. Just before we talk to Hans Zimmer, let's hear some music from the brand new Lion King movie. This is Can You Feel the Love Tonight? But it's Beyonce, Donald Glover, Billy Eichner, Seth Rogen.
I can see what's happening.
I can't what?
And they don't have a clue.
Who's they?
They'll fall in love, and here's the bottom line. Our trio's down to 2.
Oh, I get it.
The sweet caress of twilight.
Yeah.
There's magic everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And with all this romantic atmosphere, disasters in the air.
Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening brings. The world for once in perfect harmony with all its living things.
So many things to tell her, but how to make her see the truth about my past? Impossible. She'd turn away from me.
He's holding back, he's hiding, but what I can't decide. Why won't he be the king I know he is, the king I see inside? Can you feel the love tonight? The peace the evening brings.
Hans Zimmer is with us, and you get a round of applause here, Hans. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now, Hans is rushing around promoting the new Lion King and some music and some podcasts and goodness knows what have you. Are you all right? Are you enjoying your summer, though?
Absolutely, yeah.
Hans Zimmer is a composer and producer whose award-winning work includes the music for Pirates of the Caribbean, Interstellar, Gladiator, Inception, Black Hawk Down, Lion King, of course, for which he won the Oscar for Best Original Score back in 1995. And now, Hans has scored Disney's brand new version of The Lion King, which uses mind-blowing new techniques to bring the action to life, all framed by his evocative music. But the way you did the music is interesting because you did it like a concert, right? Why?
Why? 4 years ago or so, Johnny Marr and Pharrell Williams, who are both mates, and I'm not just name-dropping, but they truly are mates, sort of ganged up on me in my studio and said, look, there comes a point where every film composer, every artist needs to get out of their studio and actually look the audience into the eyes and do things in real time.
Yeah.
And that led to doing the Coachella festival out in the desert. And I thought, that'd be pretty cool, dragging an orchestra and a choir out into the desert, because I don't think anybody's done that yet. And I said to the band, but we're not doing Lion King, we're not doing the children's movie. And Niall Marr, Johnny Marr's 23-year-old brilliant son, just looked at me and went, Zimmer, get over yourself. That's the soundtrack of my generation. He was so right, because we played it. I mean, we really played it. We really laid into it. I had Lebo there doing the chants. We had a choir. And you saw 80,000 people being moved and really being touched by the emotion of it.
And it's distinctly different, isn't it, from the first time round?
Yeah, it's a really different feel, because when you record a film score, you usually record these little bits, one in one, which is a minute and a half long.
And you're looking at the imagery as you do it, presumably.
Well, you look at the imagery while the musicians look at the notes, and they have no idea why they're playing these notes. Because they've never seen any of the imagery, and even if they did, they still wouldn't know the whole story. Lion King's different. Everybody who played on it knows the story. They know why they're playing those notes. So you get this amazing sense of sort of commitment and passion put into each note. And I just went, that's what's going to make it work. It's playing it as if we're playing a concert. And the studio was really, really full. 102 players in there. I still managed to squeeze in 20 chairs and had the film filmmakers, the editor and the DP.
Because presumably they were a bit nervous about doing it that way, were they?
I remember hearing an interview with Don Hahn, the original producer of the original Lion King, who said, one of the things about animation is it's so controlled. And it took him a long time to learn how to work with Hans Zimmer.
I particularly like, by the way, Simba is Alive. I love that. I like Remember. There's an Elton John thing in there that I'd not heard before. Kind of a new Elton John
There's
thing.
a new Elton John song.
It's a great song, isn't it?
It is a great song. And one of those sort of things where it started off with us going, God, Elton's done all his work, but we can't possibly leave him behind because he's part of the family. So, Elton, Tim, come on, do something great, which he did,
There's great processing on his voice as well. Whatever it is on his voice, it's kind of loose.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Elton. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he does.
It's helpful.
Now, what do you think of the film? I mean, the film's wonderful, isn't it?
Well, I got into the film in the sneakiest way. I mean, John phoned me up and said, I want to show you something. That's pretty much all he said. He just put me into a little room with a screen and fired the opening at me.
Wow.
And I was being a bit cynical and, I've done all this before 25 years ago, and what can you possibly do? And while I was being cynical, something else happened. I got incredibly moved.
Yeah.
And I thought I wouldn't be moved. It was that. He didn't say a word. He just showed me images. Nobody was talking. It was fantastic. And so you have to say yes.
Of course. Let me just take a break, come back with Hans Zimmer in just a moment. We're talking about The Lion King and also the music therein. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
From that day we arrived on the planet, and blinking step into the sun. There's more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. There's far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found. By the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky, keeps great and small on the endless round. Is the
That, of course, Circle of Life from the new movie. And here's something from Hans Zimmer's catalogue that you may recognize eventually. And we're talking about The Lion King and all kinds of other matters. I happen to know that you like the BBC, don't you?
Hang on, you guys fired me once for going £250 over budget.
I had nothing to do with it, Hans. I wasn't even here.
On a show called Firstborn. I actually still work with the editor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you got fired?
I got fired, and I was really, really, really upset. And so I decided, well, I'll go to Hollywood and do this Rain Man movie instead.
Yeah. And then come back to the BBC.
Well, way later.
Yeah.
No, but I do like the BBC because you constantly support Sir David Attenborough. And I really think there's nothing more important at the moment than what that man has to say.
And you do a lot of his stuff with him, don't
and
you?
it's brilliant. Everybody goes, oh, it's brilliant. But it really, truly is.
Yeah.
And it ties right in with The Lion King. I'm not trying to do one of those cross-platform promotions here, but it was such an inspiration to John and to all of us, because Lion King was this one story, which was the father-son story. Now we look at it in a completely different way. Now we look at it having seen Planet Earth or Blue Planet, etc., and being so aware of that we are not the only inhabitants of this earth, that we have these fabulous neighbours that we should treat with some respect.
Yeah, it's really brought that conservation thing back, which is great.
Exactly.
Funnily enough, I said to Steve, don't you think the opening, it makes you think you're in you're watching a David Attenborough thing. His cinematography is just unbelievable.
Right, and David Attenborough people, I mean, I've gotten to know a few over the years now. I mean, they're just heroic. Artistic and heroic. I mean, you get both of it in the work they do.
I think it's the ultimate good use of television.
Absolutely, to show you something that you can't even imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite interesting, I mean, looking at your body of work, which is so impressive. I mean, when you think of Pirates of the Caribbean and you think of that main theme, there he is, straight away. I mean, it's very... I know. And you see him like wobbling from side to side like Keith Richards. But the music, it puts you there. And that has to be like an extra gift on the top. Because how do you do that?
They had some problems on the film, and I walked in on a meeting where they were all looking really glum. And I literally walked in. I didn't say anything. I just looked at their faces and I said, okay, I'll go home and I'll try something. And it was 7 o'clock at night, and somewhere it's floating around on the internet, so I can't even hide anymore. The demo of me trying to write the tune, and it starts often sort of a bit shaky, and then I start finding the tune, then I find the tune, then I'm playing the tune. Now the fingers are starting to be really tired because it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but I have one idea after the other which I'm trying to play, but the fingers won't move anymore. So it's this really inept demo, but it was like one night. Genius. All the themes were written.
Hans has also composed the music for the BBC podcast series 13 Minutes to the Moon, which is so timely, which tells the story of the 1969 moon landings and uses the music to create an unworldly atmospheric effect. It's available to stream or download now on BBC Sounds, and we played a little bit of that earlier on today. The Lion King movie, scored by Hans Zimmer, is released in cinemas this Friday, rated PG, and the Lion King original motion picture soundtrack is available now digitally and is released physically on Friday. So as we go, should we play that Elton John? And then can I play a bit of Simba is Alive? Because I really love
like that too.
Yeah? Thank goodness.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
On to your next thing. Hans Zimmer, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Hans.
Thank you.
It's never too late to turn things around. Recover, unravel the past to confound. The doubters and losers that line of despair will tell you it's over, you're going nowhere. It's never too late. I hope it's never too late. It's never too late to get back on track. Together, be some, if not all of it back.
music from this film is just beautiful. That Simba is alive. I hope that's not too much of a spoiler. Coming up on 7 minutes to 5. BBC Radio 2. Now here's Callum Beatty, Without You.
Easy come, easy go. Your song on my stereo. Little high, little low. I was sad to see you go. Never mind, I'll be fine. Plenty nice girls next in line. Feeling rough, acting tough. I'm no good at breaking up. I can't turn my mind up. I think I'm still under. Been crying like thunder. Without you, everything is beautiful. Without you, everything is terrible. Without you, my head's a mess. Next day I'm back to my best, yeah. And without you, I just won't do. People come, people go. My life's like the Truman Show. Feel the shame, I'm to blame. Guilt is my new middle name. Stuck in my head, stay in bed. I don't feel like getting dressed. Broke a heart, perfect start. Well done, scumbag, that was smart. Without you, everything is beautiful. Without you, everything is terrible. Without you, my head's a mess. Next day I'm back to my best, yeah. And without you, I just won't do. I'm a fool without a shoe, a crossword without a clue. I'm a bird without a song, a president without a bomb. I'm a house without a street, a drum machine without a beat. I'm a waste of space and time, a fugitive without a crime. You keep the flat, I'll take the cat, I'm walking. You keep the cash and all the trash you're talking. You watch the flowers and the hours dying, 'cause I'm done trying. Without you, everything is beautiful. Without you,
Without You, Callum Beatty. Contactmusic.net in news from the net says Lewis Capaldi's signed Chewbacca mask up for auction for charity. The mask that Lewis wore at the Transmit Festival raised money for Frightened Rabbits mental health charity. NME.com says a giant Ed Sheeran statue has appeared in Moscow. It's been put there ahead of Ed's concert on Friday. And HeyYouGuys.com teaser trailer lands for Kingsman prequel The Kingsman. Ralph Fiennes makes his debut in his third film in the series. All right, coming up on 4 minutes to 5.
BBC Radio 2.
And here is the Bobster.
Steve, thank you. M90 northbound, junction 2 Petrevie. That earlier accident has now cleared. M8 on the westbound side, 25 to 26 at Hillington. We've got an accident there and 2 lanes are shut, causing queues. The A45 eastbound and east of Northampton remains closed between Great Billings Interchange and Earls Barton turn-off. The M5 northbound breakdown, 5 to 4A up towards the M42. That's still there with 1 lane shut. The M25 now clockwise across the top. The breakdown at 25 for Enfield is gone. However, there's one further round past 26 to 27 towards the M11. We've got a lane shut, and anti-clockwise one at the bottom, 6 to 5 towards the M26. Is a breakdown there, causing queues with the lane closed. Blackwall Tunnel northbound has reopened, but with a big 1.5 congested queue behind it. And finally, the M23 northbound, 9 Gatwick Airport to 8 for the M25. There's an accident and a breakdown, still 1 lane shut. There's a 5-mile northbound queue up towards the M25. Another one for you, half an hour.
Freya riding sounds like a place.
You let my love, you hit the target. You get that rush and then you walk out the door. You kept me small, that's what you wanted. I never noticed. You held my hand into the darkness. I didn't care, it made me just want you more. My God, your love, it seems so harmless. I never noticed.
Radio 2, Freya Ridings and Castles.
BBC Radio 2.
And it's Sarah coming up after the news, of course. We return tomorrow with the Prof, Brian, and Sean Ryder and Amanda. Good evening.